G'day guys and girls. As promised in the last video, I still don't know how to say it. I didn't look it up. Bumot, I don't know. Anyway, but as promised, I'm going to do an unboxing and tell you what I think about and fit these products. It's some rear racks. Now I've already unwrapped the box. I've looked at the parts. This will be a first for me as well. And first of all, actually, thank you to everybody who sent messages. That's a bit overwhelming. There's been a lot more interest in it than what I thought. A lot of this I was doing for myself, and maybe, I don't know, my kids might want to watch it when I'm older or when I'm dead or something, I don't know. But anyway, I really was just doing it for myself, and maybe a few people are interested. I didn't realise so many people were interested in the T7. So here we go. It's a top rack and two sides, the two pannier racks. Now I use soft luggage. I had to go hard luggage. It's just not me. If I was riding on the road only, I would use hard luggage, and I've seen hard luggage used off road without issue. It's just not me. I like the idea of the soft bags. I'm actually running Nelson Rig bags, which are the cheapest ones because that's what I could afford at the time. But they are bloody brilliant. I thought I was going to have to update, but I don't. So they've been used on the 600 for a couple of years now. They're getting transferred over to the 700. Okay, here we go. Hey, no. All right. First of all, we have. What are we going to do first? Let's do the top rack. Well, I think it's a top rack. Came reasonably well packed. Everything was wrapped properly. Nothing wrong with the way they deliver things. All right. Top rack. Let's move in front. Wow. I hope that comes out alright. I chose them because of these two side rails. I chose this brand in particular as opposed to, I mean, I won't name brands, but you know who they are. But I chose this because of these two side. I thought that was fantastic. But the workmanship on it is fantastic. It's quite heavy, but the workmanship is second to none. That is really, really good. And the actual coating, which I'm assuming is powder coating. Now, I believe these were galled and then powder coated. Certainly not stainless, but I'll tell you what, this is really good quality. Very happy with that top rack. First of all, I forgot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh it. I have a set of scales here. You're just going to have to believe me on that one. And what I'm going to do, turn it on, lift me box up. Bang on 95 kilo. So when I've unloaded it all, I'll weigh myself with the box, and that'll tell me how much the racks weigh. But anyway, first rack, very impressive. Yeah. Second part, there's one of the sides. Looks fantastic. Looks like the starboard side. It's again extremely well built. I'm not sure if you can pick up on it, but it's quite hard to see. They're very, very good welds. This is not a light frame. The frame that I used on my 660 was SW Motec, and it's been great. I've dropped the bike a ton of times. The frames, it can move. This one is not going anywhere. That is very well built. Very, very well built. very tidy. Again, quite heavy, but it's solid. In there. To the next piece. Again, this would be the other side. Oh, I see. Okay. Right, so that would be starboard. That would be the right hand side because we've got, seems like we've got an exhaust cut out there. Anyway, again, excellent. I believe an excellent design. It's very well built, extremely solid, heavy, but very, very solid. I mean, if you crash your bike, that's what you want. So far, I'm very happy I bought, I'm going to call it Bumot. I'm very happy I went with the Bumot. What else have we got? Bag of goodies. Oh, okay, there's the crossbar. Just a crossbar. Again, very well built. You can probably see it's not concentric, so obviously one of the sides is out a little further, but great welds, cleaned up. I mean, it's spot on. There's nothing you can pick on it. Very well built. Again, there's a lot of weight to these. They're very solid. What else have we got? Looks like we've got some parts. Spacers. Very heavy spacers. They probably could have been made a lot lighter, as they're just spacers, but staying in line with what they're making, it's they're very solid spacers. And some more spacers and all the fitting hardware. Now, one thing I would do is I'm going to replace these bolts with stainless bolts. Where I live is I'll show you on one of the videos one day, but we're pretty close to the beach, so we get a lot of saltwater spray, especially if it's a bit windy, and things do not last long. And whilst they're plated, and they might be okay for the majority of people, for me to not, I will definitely replace those with stainless. I'll replace them with 316, and that will suit me much better. But everything's there, everything looks good, and everything looks really solid. So first impressions, fantastic. Now we've got to get on and fitting it, so I'll see you soon. Well, that was pretty painless. It all went together well. The only bolts are a bit of a pain in the butt are the rear foot peg bolts. They're really fiddly and they're quite hard to get to. But other than that, this thing went together, well, as easy as expected, I guess. There was a little warping of the frame, doing up one of the bolts on each side after you've just nipped one up, or after you've just started the other one is a little bit difficult. You have to pull it down, and you've got to expect a tiny bit of warpage with all that welding and manufacturing that's going on. It's going to move a little bit, but yeah, I'll show you around. Okay, so that's it. I'll give you a view from the front of the bike, the side. I'm really impressed with this rack. I love the grab rails. It fits bang on. I think it looks good. looks at everything, but I think it looks good. The design is fantastic. Like I said, everything went together well. And the most difficult part was these bolts here. A pain in the butt. But other than that, now I decided not to get the top bit for it yet until I decide what I want to do. Whether I'm going to go a top box or soft, or I'm not 100% sure yet. So that's why I didn't get any adapter plates for that. But these, I mean, this is strong. This is not moving. It's just not moving a thou. It's incredibly strong compared to the one on the 660, which, you know, I mean, it moves a fair bit. It's still protective, but it does move. This thing is solid, extremely solid. So overall, very, very happy with my decision, and I would absolutely purchase that brand again for the rear racks. I've decided to go to other manufacturers for various different items, but for the rear rack and top rack, I reckon this is probably I reckon it's the go. Very, very impressed. Okay, so that went well. For those of you interested in the weight, you all saw I weighed that before I started. I weighed it again. It was 87.5 kilo. So take that away from whatever it was at the start. I can't remember. I think it was 92 something. I'm not 100% sure. Flick back to the start of the video and you'll see the weight. But yeah, 87.5 kilo with the parts that I didn't use because they throw in a few extra bolts and a few spaces that are bigger, which must be, I'm trying to think what they're for, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, look, it all went well. I highly recommend it. I would not give a company credit if they weren't due for it, and it's the exceptional build quality, and I think the Bumot have done really well with their build. Okay, so for my next video, we have another package. Are we doing this over the next couple of days? So you probably expect a video within the next, look, it could be tomorrow, could be the day after, could be the day after that. But it's within the next few days anyway, so watch out for that. So yeah, let me know what you think of the rack that I fitted. Let me know what you think it looks like. What you think does it suit the T7? I think it does. I know a lot of people might not be happy with the bars on the side. You know, if you didn't like the look of bar work and you didn't, you know, I go for functionality, not for looks. So, but I think it looks fantastic. But those bars are, here comes me boy. Hey kiddo, can I see you? Yeah, say g'day. Let's lift you up.
Hi motorbike lovers, hope you enjoyed this video for today. There's more coming soon.
You cheeky fucker. Alright people, I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.